Why, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. Feels like I've been here before. Oh, right. You have to wear the same coat.
Why are you wearing the same shirt as me?
I had this on first. When you're sisters, you share outfits, so it's fine. The last time we were in this space, I was doing my sister's hair. Today we'll be switching that up. Amanda, join me.
Hi guys.
I am up to here with anxiety because today, for the first time, basically ever, we're going to let Amanda style my hair. Amanda's you've never done my hair.
I've never done her hair ever for anything.
Maybe when,
Never. Nobody touches your head.
No one touches my head but me. But hopefully what today's video will do is, one, be fun, but two, I want to see if Amanda has actually learned anything through editing all of the videos that we've created for you guys on how to style hair. And also, the educational part of this is if you watch closely, you may be able to see where you're going wrong when it comes to applying your product. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, Amanda, what are you gonna do first?
First, I'm going to make sure that her hair is thoroughly wet because her hair needs to be thoroughly wet in order for all the product to saturate evenly.
Okay, we're off to a good start. Breathe, 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 breathe.
So, okay, now that her hair is wet,
Is it wet enough?
I don't know yet. I'm going to check. Because how I like to tell if my hair is wet is when I brush it, it's obviously A, easier to brush through once it is wet, and B, as I'm brushing it, I'm seeing like really frizzy pieces. That's how I can tell.
Ow! It was at this moment that Mel realized she had made a big mistake.
Okay, the second thing I need to do is I need to prep the hair. So I'm going to be using the Damage Remedy Daily Hair Repair. This is going to create a heat protectant because I am going to be diffusing Melissa's hair today.
Okay.
Which I have never done ever. I just only started diffusing my own hair, so this is going to be a real test.
I'm going to take mental notes of everything that Amanda is doing wrong.
You're not allowed to talk.
Okay. And then we will evaluate this at the end. So
now the third thing is I'm going to actually go in and start styling her hair. So what I'm going to do to style her hair is I'm going to part it into two halves. So just from her temples, I'm going to take a part. Okay? So now that I got a part, I'm just going to clip it up with a clip. I'm going to go in and I'm going to wet it down a little bit more, some water, because I really don't want it to be the slightest bit dry, because then it's going to be frizzy and then Melissa's going to yell at me. So now I'm just going to brush that out.
I appreciate how gentle you are being. She's usually very rough with her hands.
So I'm going to go in with the Be Curly Curl Enhancer, Melissa's favorite. We're going to be using all her favorites today to really, heighten my chances of producing a good hair day for her. But it's really in God's hands. I'm going to take a little bit of product, just put it all in my fingers. We want volume today, so I'm going to apply at the bottom first and then work my way up. Because I don't want the roots to be too heavy and I don't want them to weigh down. So I'm going to start from the bottom and then work my way up. Really just using my fingers to kind of claw everything in.
Claw.
Claw. Do you like that word? I think I'm just gonna...
You're trying to remember what I've done in my videos. I can tell.
I'm going to take the top section and I'm going to split her hair. We're going to go for a side look. So I'm just going to take one side for now. And of course, we're going to wet it down again. Really get those roots. Last thing you want is some nasty looking frizzy roots.
Starting to sound like me.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. So far.
I'm going to go in again with the Be Curly Curl Enhancer. And this is a smaller section, so I'm going to take a smaller amount of product. And again, I'm going to start at the bottom of her hair, and then I'm going to work my way towards the roots. I guess I was not being gentle. Alright, so now that I've worked it in with my hands, I'm going to go in with the brush to make sure that I evenly saturate all the product through her hair. And I'm going to be pulling an upward motion to really ensure that I get volume.
Is it wet enough?
I don't think. I'm going to go in again with the water.
Question is, am I going to have any hair left when you're done?
Alright, so as I was saying, I'm really scooping the hair and brushing in an upwards motion because I want volume. Melissa's hair is going to be very voluminous after this style. Well, so I hope. So that's why I'm brushing this upward motion. I'm really feeling some nice slip. So that means that I think I've applied enough product. See, for me, I use a lot more product than this, but Melissa's hair is actually much thinner than mine. It is curlier, but it's much thinner than mine. So I'm not gonna go in with as much product than I would on my own hair.
What about these honey bunches of oats?
I'm not done. And we're just gonna do the same thing on the other side. All right, I think we're done with this side.
We're done?
So, no.
What are we missing,
Turn
Amanda?
around. I'm now going into the bangs section and I'm going to define the bangs.
This is critical.
Very critical. What I'm really trying to achieve right now is just I'm trying to really make sure that it's evenly saturated, especially at the front pieces, because now I'm going to go back in and finger coil the bangs. Before I start finger coiling, I'm just going to make sure I have just a little bit of product on my fingers for extra hold and definition while I go in and finger coil. That's a thumbs up, so I think I did that right. Now, I'm going to start finger coiling. So, by finger coiling upwards, I'm going to get it lift at the root.
Is that so?
Well, at least that's what Maids by Mell told me. Also, make sure that the hair is really brushed through as you're finger coiling, because otherwise, if it's not smoothed out, then you might get naughty looking pieces. And I'm going to wet down the roots a little bit more because it's starting to dry. Because Maids by Mell says, if it's frizzy when it's wet, it'll be frizzy when it dries.
She speaks the truth.
Yeah, I've successfully finger coiled the side of her head, and now I'm just going to do the same on this side, and then we'll come back. Alright, so our styling phase is now complete. I'm going to put the finishing product before I go in and I start diffusing. So I'm going to take Aveda's Confixor liquid gel. I'm going to take a little bit of this gel, and I'm going to apply it so that when I go in and I diffuse, it doesn't create frizz. Alright, we are done. Alright, so now we're going to begin the diffusing process. So I'm taking the Dyson blow dryer with the diffuser attachment, and we are going to start diffusing Melissa's hair. From this point, I think I did a pretty good job, but this is really the make or break it. So I'm just gonna go in on high heat and high speed, and I'm going to have Melissa flip upside down because, like I said at the beginning of this video, I want volume. And I'm going to start by just hovering around her roots until they're about 50% dry, and then I'll go in and I'll start scrunching her ends until those are fully dry, and then we'll stop.
Here's a brand new tip that will help you determine if your hair is still wet or if it's dry, in case you are unsure. If the hair feels cold to the touch after, if you've been blow drying with the heat setting, let it cool for a second, and if it feels cold, then the hair is still wet. If not,
Damn it. Now, I'm done diffusing. For the last and final step before Melissa evaluates her head, don't touch it, we are going to go in with Aveda Light Elements Smoothing Fluid Lotion. And this we're just going to use to break up the cast from the gel and just to create a little bit of shine. So, what do you think?
you might want to leave the room for this.
No.
A few thousand things.
Okay, what?
Sorry. Honestly, Amanda, it's not my worst hair day. She did an okay job. A few things that I would adjust.
Okay, I know what I did wrong. I did something wrong.
Yes,
Okay.
what did you do?
I realized while I was diffusing that the back of her head needed a little bit more product.
You were a little skimpy on the front. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I didn't put enough. But I think the front, I did a good job at the front. I really defined her bangs really well.
Yes, I think I would say that you got enough product in the front. However, where I would really critique Amanda is it was just personal pet peeve when you were finger coiling. So finger coiling was okay, but if you notice, I was in excruciating pain throughout the entire process.
Yeah,
because when she was finger coiling, she would grab the curl too far down the hair shaft and twist. So you are grabbing other random hairs that have just fallen into that and then pulling single strands. That was actually an accident. So I like to literally grab right from the root and then twist. You'll get a cleaner section.
Okay, because I even realized when I do that
curl.
in my own hair, I hurt myself when I finger coil.
Yeah, it shouldn't be painful. Other than that, I think I can live with it for at least a few days. I'm happy to see that you've learned something, and hopefully you guys have too. Of course, we appreciate you guys coming and watching this video with us.
And before we close off this week's video, I just would like to end it off by giving a shout out to Amalia
Amalia Lara, it was either she butchered it or I did, but at least I made it sound better. You are a real one. Thank you for your awesome comments. And what's our question of the week?
And our question from the week is from Rebecca. And Rebecca wants to know, are layers the same as thinning hair?
No! No. Layers.
Is that your answer?
My answer is no. It's a whole nother video for that. Yes, no, layers are very different. Very different. Okay, and we'll just leave it at that, shall we? Alright guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you had as much fun as we did. I actually somewhat enjoyed having Amanda do my hair. Thank you very much, Amanda.
You're welcome.
As always, we will see you guys next Tuesday with a brand new video.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Bye.
Whoa, I just stabbed my on the bathtub fountain.
Hello, everyone. She's my manager. Don't with her. Are you using stale water on me?
You were in charge of getting the water.
I didn't know that.
How do you open this?
Oh, go tougher along my scalp. Oh my god, that's so good.
Ew.
My hair is in your hands.
Do you want volume? Do you want frizz?
Do I want frizz? No. Before you all judge Amanda, just know that I'm also judging her. She's not a professional at this. This is not what she does. She probably shouldn't be doing it, but here we are today.
I think it's right. Well, your hair's so easy to do. Like, you have no hair.
Hey, that's rude. This is stressful.
Who gives a shit about what the back of her head looks like? She can't see it. No one's gonna see it but me. That's all that matters.